Hey guys, it's Tyler, and today we are back in the FTB research lab with a lot to do in an episode that might actually run a little bit longer than the normal 15 to 10 minute range, so bear with me if it does, but we do have a lot to do, and that's because we're going to look into the ME molecular crafting chamber for applied energistics, and that's going to require a lot of different stuff to get that set up. So first we're going to have over here some ME crafting CPUs, and I'm going to go with 4 of these. I'll explain how a difference could matter with these in a bit, but we also need the ME advanced processors for these, which are made from advanced processor assemblies, which are made from cutting up the diamond. Okay? Cool. We also have, let me grab those. Boom. We also have the ME pattern provider, which again, I'm going with 4 of them, although you can go with a different number depending on the size of your system here. And it's going to require just some conversion matrices and some cells, which we have seen before. So we can just grab those. Boom. We also have the heat vents, which we're going to need a lot of these. This was a lot of iron to do this. I've been pulverizing up the stuff downstairs from the quarry. So very simple, iron bars, iron, and ME cables. We're going to need 24 of those, and I know it's a lot, but we're going to need it. We also have some ME blank patterns, and I wanted to make at least 16 of these right now, although we will need many more in the future. Boom. And then we're also going to grab the ME assembler containment wall, which is freakishly expensive to make how many that you need. You need 32 of them, which was 2 stacks of gold and 2 stacks of iron, as well as a half a stack of Certus quartz. Boom, let's grab those as well. So let's get these all kind of in our inventory set up here. I want to keep my portal gun on me. And let's head downstairs to take a look at, as you can see, I moved the terminal and crafting CPU up here. And then I moved all of our stuff into it. So we can now access everything that we own. And I took out the chests from over here. Cool. So we can head downstairs and take a look at what I did. A big hole in the wall. What is wrong with this? First of all, this is where I ran the wire before. So, pretty neat. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up our giant molecular crafter thing right in this hole right here is what I was thinking. So I kind of want to go and place these as so. And I want to put it kind of in the wall where we can still access it, and it looks really nice. This was a nice 4x4 area. I did not plan that whatsoever, actually. That was luck of how it was set up. But you want to make a little frame using this. And you want to get it to be kind of a 4x4 open thing. Just like that. You can make these smaller as well as, I'm pretty sure, bigger. If you're very low on resources, I suggest doing a 3v3 one. But the 4x4 is perfectly fine for us because we had the materials to make it. Now you want to fill in all of these like outside areas with these heat vents. So we can put these in and boom. Oh. Screwed up a little bit there. They break easily, don't worry. And there, and there. Okay, so we're going to need to fill in these last 2 once we're done. But this is where we're going to put in the pattern providers and the ME crafting CPUs. So we'll just put in 4 right there, as well as 4 crafting CPUs right there. Now we can fill that up, and boom! We have our nice multi-block structure right here. Now, what is this guy going to actually do? I haven't explained that. This is going to allow us to automate the crafting of certain things and kind of make it a lot easier on ourselves to craft redundant things over and over and over again. So for example, if I wanted to make, some more of these ME storage drives, I could just kind of plug in a recipe for them and then hit go and it's going to craft it for me. So what I did, the 4 pages here corresponds to the 4 pattern providers that we put in there. If we were to have 2 pattern providers, we would only have 2 pages worth. I figured 4 gives us a lot of space, as well as having the crafting CPUs, which speeds up the crafting process. So it won't take as long to do certain processes. So yeah, I figured that was a good size to do for this guy. It was expensive, but it was also very much worth it. So we have this simple setup right here, and I also have the pattern encoder. And the pattern encoder is going to allow us to put recipes onto this ME blank pattern, and then put them into here for us to use. Let me find an example. Let's head upstairs. So if we go to our crafting CPU, you'll see I actually have a recipe set up here for the ME storage bus. So I'm actually going to make these, and then I'll show you my thing here. So I want to grab 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and then we can stick the rest of these back in here, or we can just hit the little X and that'll clear them. And then let's set up a recipe here. So I figured out why it wasn't syncing to here. You need to set this box to NEI synchronized standard. Now when we type in here, so let's say we wanted to make more ME blank patterns. We can do that, and it's going to correspond to right here. We can hit R, and then we can do a shift left click. I'm not sure what I'm actually doing right now. That was really dumb of me. Let's do that again. So ME blank pattern. Wow, I just drew an enormous blank right there. I apologize. Let's grab a piece of iron, some service quartz, some glowstone, and some glass. And let's head back downstairs. Okay, let's go to our pattern provider, and we're just going to make the pattern for the ME blank pattern. So, boom. That's going to see that makes a weighted pressure plate. We don't want that. Put that right there. Put that. I don't know why that didn't place. And then some glass. And that's going to say that this is the ME blank pattern. We're just going to put some of our blank patterns into here and then hit encode. And that's going to give us the recipe for one ME blank pattern. Awesome. We can put that back in there. We can clear this. It should also be noted that you can do a shift left click like that and it will put it in. So if you prefer to do that, then that is available for you. Now we put our pattern into here, as so, and that's going to put one of these in here. Awesome. We can now go back upstairs, and then put some materials in here, as so. What were we missing? I'm pretty sure, was it iron? Maybe not. I think it was glowstone or something. I may have to run to the nether to grab more of that. I don't think we have... Now, we only have one glowstone, so we aren't going to be able to make one of these, but let's just show you how this works here. So, if we wanted to see the just craftable... Oh, duh. I'm a dummy. Dummy. It's not seen yet because we haven't actually connected the assembler chamber to our ME network. Boom. Now we're going to be able to see stuff. You need to make sure you have a cable attached to just connect everything into the network. And then if we were to go down to here, you can see that the ME blank pattern can be crafted. We can click on that, we can say, make one of them, and go. And now we're going to be able to see that, oh, we're not actually getting any. Well, why is that? That's because we're missing the materials, we're missing the glowstone needed to make this. Well, if we didn't know what the material was that we needed to make it, then how are we going to know exactly what was going on there? Let's make the ME crafting monitor. This guy's pretty easy to make, it's just going to require some basic processor assemblies. So let me just make this up real quick. Actually, you know what? We might have... I do have one. Wow. That is lucky by me. ME cable. Cool. I might be able to just... Let's test this out, guys. Let's see if we can do this. ME crafting. And boom. I could make one. Awesome. That's good news. So let's clear that. Boom. And then let's place this guy right here. Okay, it's going to all sync up. And now it's saying that we're currently crafting a ME blank pattern, but we're missing a piece of glowstone. So let me head to the nether real quick, I'll mine up some more glowstone, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, we're back from the nether. I got about a stack and a half of glowstone or so. So as soon as we put this into our network, we should see that this is done crafting. And then if we go down and look for our blank pattern, you'll see we have one. So that's basically how the crafting thing works. But it also allows us to do some other really important stuff, like automating, for example, pulverizing stuff or something like that. It's going to be a little bit more complicated, but I am going to set it up for you guys. So let's start working on that. Before I do that, though, I want to set up these ME storage buses. Now, what are these? These allow you to kind of access an inventory and be able to see the items from it in your network without the items actually being in your network. So I figured that the millions of gravel and dirt and cobblestone that we're getting from our quarry, this would be a good place to set up our storage buses. So I ran some ME cable from under there, ran it right under here to our area right here, and I figured I would set up some storage buses. So let's do one of these, and one of these. So those are now all connected, and we're going to be able to access all of our cobble, dirt, and gravel from our ME network without it taking up any space on these, which is really, really nice. Now, it should also be noted that these are going to start using more energy. We're up to 29.4 AE per tick, so that's okay. We're fine. We have a lot of stuff attached. I've gotten networks that get up to 100 per tick, so that's okay. That's fine. Let's look and see. We have 47k, 10k, and 1,282 cobble, dirt, and gravel, respectively. So that is awesome. We can now use that in our crafting and be able to access it easily without having to run downstairs and grab it. Awesome. Let's try and set up a way to automate pulverizing our ores. This is going to be a little bit complicated, but bear with me. We're going to work on it and see what we can do. I want to get rid of this hopper. Bye, hopper. We had some stuff in there. That's okay. That's all backed up. That's good. Oh, I know what happened. Boom. I set this. I needed to smelt some stuff up, so I set it to not outputting because I didn't want it to go into here. I just wanted the dust. So that will start running again. But let's just mine out a little area going down into our basement. I know I have some wood here and I'm using a pickaxe. Don't judge me. That's going to be good. Let's head down there. Let's grab some ME cable. We got 42. That should be good. And then I also want to grab some of these ME interfaces. We're just going to need one of them. Now these ME interfaces, they're one used to make the storage buses, but they're also used to kind of interact with inventories that you craft items in, but you can't. You'll see. It's very complicated how I'm saying that, but you will see what I'm talking about. And this is awesome. This is running right down here. So let's run some cable from right there down through here, as so. And then how do I want to do this? I could go the neat approach and run down. But I think what I'm going to do this for now, and then maybe I'll clean it up over the break. That sounds good. So we can do that for now. That's not the neatest, but that's okay. We're going to be able to access our ME interface we're going to put up there from our ME network, which is pretty cool. So we can head up there, and we're going to place down the interface right on top of our pulverizer. Awesome, just like that. Now this guy's going to have a little bit of an interesting configuration here. We got the export config, the exported items, and then the processing. So we can put in, I think it's 9 different little patterns into here, which is pretty cool. So what does that mean? Let's go grab some ores from downstairs, and I want to put patterns of these ores and their dust forms into the ME network to do this. So we're not going to be able to do all of the ores yet because we don't have all of them, but we can do the tin, iron, and copper. I also want to take a little bit of cable, and do I still have the storage bus? Yeah, I have another one. Let's just allow our system to access this chest. That way we can kind of spill out some stuff, the ore wise, and start putting it into our network. What do I want to do next? You know what? I'm going to take a quick break from the camera, and I'm going to figure out exactly how I want to do this, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm back, and I decided to do a different little plan for what I was trying to do right there. What I was trying to do would be a little bit too complicated and really not worth the time. So I made a precision export bus and a basic import bus. And let me kind of explain what these do. There's 3 different kinds of import and export buses. There's a basic, a precision, and a fuzzy. And the basic is kind of just going to be, this pours items in or out. Okay? Very simple. The precision kind of allows you to pick and choose what you want to pull out. Very, very precise. So for instance, wool has the little metadata, :number thing. A precision, if we just said white wool, it will only do white wool. Fuzzy import or export buses, on the other hand, if we were to put in a piece of wool, it would take any wool here because they have the same ID just with different meta values. So it's very helpful if we were to ever automate bees, which we are going to do in my bee tutorial series, to have the fuzzy export bus sending combs into a centrifuge. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just ignore what I just said, because you don't need to know that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up a precision export bus on the top of our pulverizer, like so. And then I want to put a basic import bus on the back of our pulverizer here. So basically what that's going to do is take items that we can put into here, send them into the pulverizer, and then the basic import is just going to import it back into the system. Let's see exactly how this is going to work. I want to grab some ores to put into that. So let's just search ore real quick. We have 1 copper, we have 1 tin, we have 1 iron, we have. Do we have any other? Silver, lead. I'm missing a gold, but that's okay. And let's just head over here and let's put these in. So we can put 1 tin, 1 iron, 1 silver, 1 other silver, 1 lead, and 1 copper, wherever the copper went. There we go. We do have room for some others, such as gold. There's probably some other pulverizable ore. But then you're going to see this automatically started throwing stuff in and automatically smelting it up because we have this set up. So now we can kind of set up a import back into the system on this chest. And I might try to make that really quick. That's already nice and set up for me. So let's get another basic import, which is made from a sticky piston and ME cable. So let's just make a sticky piston real quick. It's going to require some wood, 4 of those, some cobble. I think it's might be the other way around. I always get the recipe for pistons screwed up. I apologize. Do we have some iron in here? We got 20, and then we're going to need a slime ball, 45. I don't know why we have those. Let's set up the piston. We'll craft it just over here. Wood on the top, cobble right here, redstone, and iron. Cool. That would have been a recipe that I probably would have wanted to set up in our little crafting guy. That's okay, we'll just do it right here for now. And piston and cable. Basic import. Very easy to make, honestly. So let's head back outside around the back, and we'll set this guy up so that he imports back into the network as well. And that way we'll be able to access everything that we pulverize really, really quickly. So we can put a, let's grab our axe here, do a chop chop on there and there. That's okay to be a little bit open, I'm fine with that. Now we can put our basic import right there and a piece of ME cable right there. And now everything in here is going to start pumping into the network, which is really awesome. We're getting a ton of copper, ton of gold, ton of tin. I am 100% okay with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, kind of explaining the crafting and more complicated applied Energistics stuff. I usually tell you what's going to happen next episode, but I'll be completely honest with you, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next episode. We might start looking into using that mob essence downstairs, but I'm unsure. So it's going to be a surprise of what we do next episode, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!